Welcome back to the workflow video series for the Public Safety Report System. In the previous video, we walked through how to prepare the Public Safety Report. In this video, you'll learn how to prepare and certify the electronic bail form, which documents the magistrate's bail decision and the ordered bail amount and bond conditions as applicable. Before you complete the bail form, make sure that you have reviewed or downloaded the Public Safety Report and criminal history details as shown in the last video, as you won't be able to access them anymore once the bail form is certified. Now let's get started. On the defendant overview, first make sure you select the correct arrest record if the defendant has more than one. Select the Magistration tab on the left, then the Bail Form tab at the top. Here we have the electronic version of the bail form. If you won't have access to this system during the magistration hearing, you can download and print a paper version of the bail form to take to the hearing and fill out by hand. You'll then input the info from the paper form to the electronic version here in the system. And here's a quick tip. If you'll be holding hearings for multiple defendants, you can print a batch of bail forms from the home page. Select the checkbox next to each defendant, then click the print icon and select bail form. The system downloads a single file that contains bail forms on separate pages that are pre-populated for each defendant. So here's what we need to do on the electronic bail form. At the top, we'll fill out magistration information, then we'll enter the bail details for each offense, then we'll document the ordered conditions, and finally at the bottom is where we certify the form. To save your work as you go, click the Save as Draft button at the top. If you then navigate to another screen, you can access your in-progress draft by coming back to the Bail Form tab. So let's walk through each section. At the top is the magistration location that was selected when the arrest was added to the system. If that location is no longer accurate, you can search for and select a new location from the list. The system will then ask whether you want to update the conditions currently displayed on the bail form with the default conditions for the new location you selected. This is because different locations can have different default conditions. If you select yes, the location is updated and the current conditions are replaced with the new ones. If you select no, the location is still updated, but the current conditions remain. Next, you'll enter the date and time of magistration. Here in the bail section, you'll complete these fields for each offense. You'll select the bail type, which could be personal, cash/surety, or bail denied. If bail was granted, you'll enter a bail amount. If no bail amount was ordered, enter 0. You can also enter comments if needed. For example, if the defendant was hospitalized and unavailable for magistration within 48 hours, you could enter a comment here explaining that. Next is the conditions section. Now, if bail was denied for all of the offenses, this conditions section would disappear from the form because it's not applicable. But in this case, bail was allowed, so we need to document the magistrate's ordered conditions. Right now, the form is displaying the default conditions, and you can modify them as appropriate based on the magistrate's order. To remove a condition, click on the red icon next to it. To add a new custom condition, click Add Another Condition, then enter the condition text. You also want to make sure that if there are any blank placeholders in a condition, that you click inside the field and enter in the necessary info. Now it's time to certify the form. If you do not have permissions to certify, the certification section is grayed out. You can click the Save as Draft button, and then another user with Certify permissions can access the draft on the Bail Form tab. When you do have permissions to certify, the certification statement appears differently based on whether you are a magistrate or if you have permissions to certify on behalf of a magistrate. Here's how it looks if you're a magistrate. You'll select the checkbox and notice that your name, position, and office populate automatically based on how they're listed in your user profile. You can then click the Complete button up top to finalize the certified form. If you have permissions to certify on behalf of a magistrate, here's how that looks. You'll select the checkbox, and again, the statement automatically populates your name, position, and office based on how they're listed in your profile. You'll also need to click this drop-down list and select the name of the magistrate you're certifying on behalf of. You'll then click the Complete button. In both scenarios, once you click that Complete button, the form is finalized and magistration is now complete. The bail form becomes read-only. You can click the print icon and download a copy of the certified form that includes all the information that you entered, or you can select other documents such as the Notice of Conditions or Cash Bond Paid form. Back on the home page, you can still access the arrest record. If you had changed the magistration location on the bail form, you may first need to switch to that location in the Location selector. Then click on the Magistration Complete tab, which is where the arrest record appears after the bail form is certified. Notice the last two columns, which indicate whether the magistration hearing occurred within 48 hours of the defendant's arrest and whether the bail form was certified within 72 hours of the date and time of the magistration hearing. From here, you can click on the arrest record to get back to the defendant overview and see the read-only bail form. Now you know how to complete the electronic bail form. Join me for the next video where I'll show you how to correct an error on a completed form and how to document a modification to the bond and/or conditions. Thanks for watching.